What's going on YouTube? This is Tony, and this is the first video on my series on embedded systems development. In this series, we're going to be working with the STM32F4 Discovery Board. This Discovery Board has an ARM Cortex M4 processor with floating point unit on it. So in this first video, what I want to do is show you just how to set up the basic toolchain on your either Mac or Windows computer. What I'm going to be doing here is setting up a bare bones, so no IDE, just strictly command line, and then you can choose whatever text editor you want to use. In my case, I'm going to be using Sublime Text, and then we'll just be using GCC to compile, and then another program called ST-Link to flash the board. I'm going to be working on the Mac, but I'm going to provide templates and everything for those of you who are on Windows. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get started. I'll show you how to set everything up. Alright, so if we go to the internet, here's my website, and I've actually created an article already for how to set up a bare bones development environment for both Windows and Mac. I go through all the steps on here, so whether you're setting up for Windows, I provide all the links for you as well, so just walk through this tutorial here, and then there's also the Mac OS X setup down here. Okay, so once you do all of that, your computer is set up to do development for this board. Okay, so once you follow through there, again, I'll put this link and the link to my GitHub page in the description below. So on my GitHub page, I have already created 3 templates. So one of them is a bare bones template just for Mac OS X, and then the other 2 are both for Windows, but one of them uses batch script files, and the other one uses make files. So if you do have, say, a Windows and a Mac PC or a Mac computer, it would be best to use this one with make, the Windows with make, because it's cross compatible with the one on Mac. Okay, so in my instance, I'm going to be using this one for Mac. All right, so now I'm going to come back to the desktop. Let's go into Terminal, and if you don't have Terminal, you could, if you're on Windows, you can get the Git Bash. So I'm assuming that you already have Git on your computer. So what I'm going to do is first go to my desktop. All right, and then we're just going to do a git clone, and then we're going to clone this repository. So if you come down here and click on this, so we copy that. Now let's go back to the terminal. So let's clone this repository onto your directory. All right, so now once this fully clones, we're going to go into the bare bones Mac OS X in my case, and I've already created a basic template and a simple example of just how to blink an LED. And as you can see in the little screenshot below, I have the STM board connected. Right now, I don't have it connected to my computer via USB yet, but it's showing up down there. So what we're going to do is just go into this bare bones template, just run make, so we're not even going to open any file, and then flash the board. So it should just be a basic blinky example just to show you how everything works. But the main point of this video is just to forward your attention back to my website and follow through with this tutorial, just so that down the line on these next few videos we're all on the same path, we're all using the same tool chain and basic template. If you do want to use an IDE, go ahead. You can pretty much just copy and paste the main.c files. Everything else will be the same though. Alright, so I'm gonna cut it here and let this thing finish downloading, and I'll come back when it's done. Alright, so I finally finished downloading the Git repository. So now we can let me click on here. So now we can see, there it is. So let's cd into the templates directory, and then we have the bare bones Mac OS X, Windows, and both Windows. So let's go into the bare bones Mac, and now inside here we have all of the files that we're going to be using, and we'll go into more detail on later tutorials. But for now, all we're going to do is type make, just to build this basic example and show you that it will work and what we'll get on the board. So let's just type make, and it's going to compile everything. what it's actually doing is building the libraries, so the standard peripheral libraries, links it, and now we have a build blinky.elf file, and now we should have a hex file. So if we type ls, go into build, we have a blinky.hex, which is what we're actually going to be using to flash the board. So now I'm going to plug in the STM32F4 into my computer. I already have a piece of software running on it, so it will actually do something on board, but I'll tell you exactly when I'm about to flash it. Well, actually, you can see it. Okay, so it's plugged in now, and you should see a few LEDs blinking. Disregard the two red ones. So now if we type make flash, it's gonna take that blinky.hex and put it onto the STM32. So let's just type make flash. Actually, I need to go back one directory because I'm in the build directory. So now if I type make flash, okay, so now it flashes the board, and we can see that it did successfully flash it because we received this last statement here. Now the board hasn't actually done anything, so what we have to do is press the reset button on the board, which is the black button. So here I go, I'm going to reset it, and now you see, there you go, the LEDs blinking on board. This is just a basic example that I wrote showing you how to blink an LED 3 different ways. So right now, first it did it through, actually the first two are with the standard peripheral library, and then the last one is using assembly functions that I wrote. Alright, so that's just a basic introduction. I wanted to show you guys where to find information to build your tool or set up your tool chain, and then just some basic bare bones templates for us to use, just so that we're all on the same page. And so that'll do it for this video. I look forward to the next one. See you guys later.